My name is Alcoser Ramos, and I'm a native San Diegan. I'm a Mexican lesbian mother, and I'm the director of community programs at the San Diego LGBT Community Center. We were raised in a very traditional Mexican Catholic home. Went to Catholic school. Our whole life was the church, catechism, summer school at the church, so our whole life was church and home. And we were raised with a lot of racism, homophobia, so a lot of oppressive mechanisms were normalized in my house. So of course the whole idea of coming out was just not an option. I was about 11, 12, 13. I noticed that I had attraction toward little girls. I just thought they were beautiful. And at 13 I had girlfriends, not boyfriends, and there was something not right about that. And there was this culture that we all had to have boyfriends, especially when we were going to be 15 for our quinceañera, because who's going to be our chambelán. So that pressure kind of got intense. So I did have a boyfriend at 14. He was my chambelán. But two of the girlfriends were in my quinceañera that were my girlfriends, so it was kind of funny. I didn't have any chambelanes, only mine. I just had all girls, so that should have been clue one for my parents, but they didn't get it. So I think a lot of us who join the movement or any kind of cause, it's personal for us. And something drives us to do something because it's affecting us personally. So I got on the phone, called the Gay and Lesbian Center, went over there. I was scared. Coming from such a sheltered life that I lived, that was just church and home, going out into the world was very scary. I searched for other moms who were lesbian, who had kids. And in that search I found a few, so we started a group. And that's how I started becoming an activist. So we just started gathering in my house. Most of us had boys around the same age, which was really interesting. And the way that started was they told me about this gathering of lesbians at Balboa Park, and so I went, and my son was playing with another little boy, and he's like, "That's my mom," and the other little boy says, "That's mine too, and she's a lesbian." And my son said, "Mine too," with this smile, like it brought him comfort. And that's when I said, "Oh no, we need to bring these kids together so they could see they're not the only ones, and us as parents, we need to connect too." So coming out for me was really hard, but being inside the LGBT community, I discovered a whole different world of oppressive mechanisms like racism, classism, sexism. And we believe that when you're in a marginalized community, that those things don't exist. Oh, no, 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 no. The racism is amazing to me. And we're not immune from it because we're human beings. Even our LGBT community, who's marginalized, discriminated, and treated poorly, there's still people that discriminate against others. In the LGBT movement, when I started getting acquainted with it, I really thought Stonewall was a white movement, that, these white men got together and said, "Let's fight." And then when I learned the history, it was like, wow, it was people of color. It was a people of color initiated riot that said, "I'm tired," and hasta aquí, and names like Sylvia Rivera, we don't hear. We just hear Harvey Milk. We hear, we just now recently started hearing more about Bayard Rustin. Why do we wait so long? Why aren't we educating? So those things really piss me off. And that's what lights a match under my butt. And it's like, we have work to do. And